Hey, it's High Hefner. Like I always say, it don't get no better. And we are here with the Popular Fiction Podcast, Episode 3. You already know how it's going down. Yes, sir.
Yo, it's your boy Luck G, Mr. Ratchet's right. Ratchet's right. Ratchet. Shit.
Yeah, he can't even get it right, man.
It's early, fuck. Y'all love me, though.
Nah, that's their gas, huh? That's what they do.
That too, probably.
Yeah, I know it.
Shout out Big Health with the session.
Hey, man, look. Anyway.
The good dope.
So, look, the other day, I was scrolling down Twitter, right?
Word up.
And, I was just looking, and, as everybody else do, they just scroll down Twitter. And I came across an article.
That shit that bothered you.
That was by the NPR. And before I get into this, I don't want people to think, because of what we talked about in the last episode with the racist clothing brands, and what we're talking about on this episode with this article that I haven't introduced yet, but I'm getting ready to. I don't want people to think we're a black versus white or racial show.
No,
we're not that.
No.
But what we are is a show that will bring light to certain situations that need it.
Right.
And this topic that I'm about to bring up is it's pretty alarming. And it's something that we all knew was going on. So the NPR comes out with an article. It says, a new report found that districts that are predominantly white receive $23 billion. I'm going to say that again. Receive $23 billion.
A lot of money.
More than districts that serve mostly students of color. So when you first, as most people they take a tweet on face value and they don't delve deeply into the article.
Clickbait.
Yeah.
A lot of clickbait out there.
So what we do here on Popular Fiction, we dive into the article.
All right up.
And as I read the article, I came across some stats according to Ed Build. And it says that researchers found that high poverty districts serving mostly students of color receive about $1,600 less per student than the national average. That's while school districts that are predominantly white and poor receive about $130 less.
It's crazy.
So I'm gonna run that again. It said, this is just a small excerpt of the article, but I'm gonna say this again. It said researchers found that high poverty districts serving mostly students of color receive about $1,600 less per student than the national average, while school districts that are yet still poor but predominantly white receive only $130 less.
That's crazy.
Racial.
It's like 1,300 still.
You know what
we
this
still don't get.
You know what this takes me back to? Look, it says that it goes all the way back to it just goes back. And the saying is that if you want to keep knowledge away from a black person, put it in a book.
All right.
So
that's true.
The knowledge that pretty much predominantly schools of color is receiving, their curriculum pretty much is considerably less than what white schools' curriculum and their funding can afford to them.
And then it's not even like keep it on curriculum so much because we're gonna keep it a buck. All the curriculums is trash and garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Facts.
I get what you're saying. But that also affects the outreach programs. It also affects the after-school programs. It also affects the athletics, the band. That affects a lot of things that keep kids, you know what I mean? And away from things that they shouldn't be in at those ages. So that ties into a whole nother problem because I saw somewhere, I was watching a reading and they said, I think I was watching Bernie Sanders, and they said if the kid isn't, brought up well and proper, what they gonna turn to? You know what I mean? And then Charlamagne was like, the streets. And he was like, exactly, that's a waste. That's a waste of a child. That's a waste of potential. That child could have been anything. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But it turned to the streets because it had nothing else to do.
They weren't given,
fucked up.
and they weren't given the opportunity.
Right, facts.
So the question is,
big facts.
The question is to you and Mel, is why do we could think that so much money is being afforded to white schools? Say it's not racial.
It's definitely racial.
But even if it wasn't, Mel,
Shout out, man.
what could be another logical reason for this to be happening? What could be another logical reason that's not racial as why $23 billion more in funding goes to predominantly white schools than predominantly schools that have education for students of color?
There is no other reason.
So it's just that simple. That simple. There is no other reason.
There's no other reason.
I feel like any reason that you would think of, it probably go back to that main thing.
Main thing, which is just simple, black and white.
Just
Like,
black and
like
white.
me and Health had this conversation last night, and I think as a black community, it's time for us to just start doing our own thing and stop relying on these white people.
Yes, and that's
Because
why
it's not going to get any better. They don't want us to be educated. They don't want us to grow.
exactly, because they're afraid.
Right.
And let me tell you this, Mel. They're afraid of what black people with knowledge and power can do.
Right.
And
right.
what do you do in anything in life that we've been taught with movies or whatever? What have we been taught about fear? Whatever you're afraid of, you want to overcome it,
Right.
or get rid of it.
Right, for sure.
So the people that are afraid of black people with knowledge and power
they know they can't
want to
overcome.
hinder us as much as possible, since they can't get rid of us, so they can overcome us.
But that'll never happen either.
Exactly.
So they're fucking insane.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
This is
fucking
facts.
insane, bro.
But at the same time, that's why I respect, even though I don't respect LeBron, the basketball player, which is something we could talk about later or at another time.
Or
Even though he's great, we all know he's great, top five or whatever.
I don't stand him no more. Fuck
But
that nigga.
exactly. However, what he is
A&R,
doing,
LeBron.
what he is doing with his school, the I Promise school, is
dope.
beautiful.
That's big,
Right.
bro.
It's beautiful.
And I was just about to get into that. I think
Like
it's time
that.
for us to get more.
Examples of that.
Yeah. Like
Exactly. Exactly.
We should point. All the fingers should be pointed to the black leaders at this point. Like the black leaders with the money, because I feel like black leaders that just get up behind a podium and just talk, they're not really doing that. We need money.
Yeah.
And people like LeBron that got money, people like Akon that went
In Africa, funding electricity. Yeah.
So we need people with the money that's going to be able to fund.
That fund our own
Right.
schools, and we can do our own thing to where
Exactly.
we can be afforded the same opportunities that they're
No
getting in
more
the
of that,
education
no more of
system.
this, like, and I don't mean to be, man, I don't care. No more of this Al Sharpton, let's get behind the. Like, that's not change. I mean, that's good for awareness, but that's not good for like,
Making progress.
yeah, making progress. And we need funds.
Facts. And at the end of the day, this can't be one of those topics where it's, we talk about it today and we move
It's
on.
going on, yeah.
And it's just gone. But things like this is that alarming. Because again, we all knew that this was happening. But we did not know at the rate of $23 billion that while predominantly white schools were getting more than predominantly schools of color.
Right.
We did not know that the amount of money was that alarming. So now what we have to do is, since it's the light and attention being brought to it, it can't be like what we're doing, prime example, even us three, even down to us three, even though we might not carry that much weight, we have what we can do is, again, like I said, shed light on situations to where it can't just be a conversation and then we move on. It has to be a way we all can come together and think of a way to make things better.
Word up.
Make things better.
Community vote.
Exactly.
Community
It
vote.
has to become better, because it can't be fuck it. Oh well, we don't got the opportunity.
right.
We don't got the opportunities.
No, we gotta create that
we ain't gonna do nothing.
Oh, yeah.
No, it can't be that.
Right.
It can't be that. It has
But
to be.
also
It has to be. Let's bring about change.
Yeah, let's bring about change.
Let's bring
but
about
also,
change.
we can't sit around and wait for the white man to do it.
No.
Right.
Right. We gotta
create our own
change.
Yeah,
Like,
facts.
we gotta, yeah.
Exactly. So
You know, with that being said, you know, we recognizing and seeing where our work need to be more
Right.
recognized.
and things like this is it's more and more making us realize what we need to do and how we should go about it. But it can't, like I said, it can't be just something that's talked about today or people listen to today or whatever when you hear it. And it's, oh, yeah, it's true. It sucks. But well, fuck it. Whatever. I can't do nothing about it. Nah, we got to get out that mindset.
Right.
We got to get out that mindset.
Right,
We're better people than that.
I got a question. Do they have like, you know how they have like Kickstarter or whatever? Do they have something for schools?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe so. But the point, you said it would be public funding, so that would be something that the public would have to be interested in doing.
Right.
And they
I'm
would
saying
have to,
based
they would
on
have
the
to do it.
schools. Like, so if Yates put up something, for example,
It would be up to, you're saying it'd be up to the community.
Yeah,
to
it'll
do
be
it.
different schools, but you have to. I guess you have to show a certain amount of documents or whatever.
Yeah.
So it'll be by the people, for the people.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not too sure if it's possible,
Right.
but if it is possible, that's a great idea that you just brought up, for sure.
Word up.
For sure, for
Word
sure.
up.
Copyright 2009.
Real shit.
Male copyright.
Man, copyright this motherfucker. Don't steal shit, hoe ass nigga. You know, you niggas love to steal.
Word, that's a good steal though.
Now let's talk about
That's
that.
a good steal.
That's cool. It's positive.
Let's talk about just black people helping each other, period.
Word.
Like, even in the rap, like, you experience some stuff where people don't really just help you as much.
I mean, we do got to get out the mindset of, you know, because we as a people, we have a mindset of we never want to see the next nigga with a dime above his bus fare.
Right.
As soon as one nigga come up,
That boy said that like he was 45.
no, but it's facts.
That was
Hey, it's facts, man.
old nigga shit.
I heard it.
No, real big
I heard
facts. Real
it. I
shit.
heard it from an old nigga.
Oh, okay, damn.
You know what I'm
bet.
saying? But
Shout
you
out
got
to OGs.
it's called words of wisdom.
Hey, real
facts.
shit.
Yeah.
That was some OG shit. Double
He
OG.
told me that, and he said, bro, he told me, man, when somebody see you coming up, everybody good when niggas on the same level. When everybody on the same level, niggas ain't hating on each other, or we could come together, we could do this. But as soon as one nigga decide, I'ma level up, no matter what he doing, whether he leveling up business-wise, education, pretty much legally or illegally, however he level up, the nigga level up and got him some money.
Right.
The niggas who was too lazy or unwilling or not determined enough to get up off their ass and do the same, they want to hate on the nigga. You know what I'm saying? So
Not cool.
we as a people,
Never cool to hate.
we gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop doing that. And the Mel's true about that. Cause every situation ain't always racial. You know what I'm saying? We don't, like I said, it ain't always just simple to black and white. Certain things don't always have to be racial.
Right.
And certain things are where we have to fix things outside and within our own communities as a people. And situations we need to come together as a people and fight against.
Straight up.
But at the end of the day, it's all about unity.
and know
You know
your-
what I'm saying?
And know your worth. Know your worth. Something like AB.
Yeah.
Shout out Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
We gonna dive on him though, because I do disagree with some of his actions and some of the things he's done as of late. You know,
Okay.
some of his thoughts. But I want to get into him with that. You know what I'm saying? No knock to him, but the Caucasian interviewer. And
Yeah.
when he kind of, expressed that he didn't need football,
Yeah.
the guy was kind of, perplexed. Like, what do you mean? You don't need
Yeah.
football? And it's like, yo, this is a $110 million crib. Pay for it. This is mine. Out in Miami. And I can respect his grind coming from, having a football background. He was a 6th round pick, bro.
Facts.
A 6th round
He
pick.
grinded his
he
ass
didn't go
off.
to Bama. He didn't go to Miami. He didn't go to.
I think it was Central
You know what I
Michigan.
mean?
Yeah, it was like,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for him to get to where he's at now as a businessman as well, because he has mad endorsements, has mad investments. You know what I mean? It's not just football. And I respect that, because a lot of our other black brothers should know it's not just football, bro.
Yeah.
That's an average of 3 year span, and you're done.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
On the
So if
average
you-
for the most people.
if
Yeah.
you get there.
So
So
you
if
respect.
if you fuck off your money in that period of time and you don't have nothing behind you, no skills, no talents, no other hustles or means to get money, no investments, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? You're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
And that's where they want you, fucked. After they've done milked you for what they wanted to milk you for, you're fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that translates into other fit. That translates to music. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Don't be out here, if you're going to sign a 360 deal, because some of the 360 deals aren't bad. It's what you do with that opportunity. A lot of our black brothers don't take advantage of that opportunity, fuck off the advance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't put that in the music. You don't put that into the studio. You go fuck your chains and shit, rent cars and shit. That's whack.
Yeah.
Got hit off in a
Facts.
minute, but back to AB. You know what I mean? I feel like, well, I want to ask you two, what are your thoughts on him, you know, knowing that he doesn't need football? Do y'all feel like that's good or bad or what's your thoughts on that?
At first, let me start off by saying, I appreciate, you know, how his mindset and everything, but nigga, that mustache is trash.
Yeah, shot.
Yeah.
Hey, that
Like,
weak ass blonde mug.
That,
Come on,
bro.
AB.
Like, you need to, like.
I don't know if you're trying to play up the MK
I understand,
Ultra
like,
shit, but
I
that's
understand,
whack.
like, being your own. I understand being your
Word,
own.
yeah.
I understand, like, doing what you want to do or whatever. But whatever message you trying to send or fashion statement you trying to do or whatever, my nigga, it ain't working, nigga.
Hey,
That
AB,
shit
if
trash.
you
That
do this
shit hot
podcast
trash.
today or tomorrow,
Like, that shit
cut that shit off, man.
hot
That
trash.
shit, or diet back.
Hot
You
trash.
wildin', fam.
Do whatever you need to do to get rid of that motherfucker.
Nigga, wax.
But at the same
Off.
time, I feel him on the, you know, like you said, knowing his worth and feeling and knowing that if his career ended today, he's okay with it. And the reason why I feel like the reason why he left the Steelers was good reasons, because he felt like Ben Roethlisberger has an owner mentality, and even the owner of the team empowered that owner mentality when he said Ben Roethlisberger has the right to call out his teammates. He's the head guy and we're looking over 52 kids. These are grown men all collecting and checking. He said they looking over 52
boys.
kids.
What's wrong with this guy?
I don't know what's wrong with the nigga. I think it's Art Rooney II or something like that. However,
Damn Rooney.
at the same time, even though I respect what AB is doing, does he have to go about it the way he's going about it? Like by telling teams that if I want to play football again, you got to come up with the major bag and play by my rules. Bro, first off, when you come to a team, it's not about playing by your rules. It's a team.
Right.
It's a team thing. It's supposed to be us as a unit. What are we doing? I understand you coming with the bag and you want to do all that. So, bro, what he's knowing his worth in the situation with the Steelers, I respect. But now when we move past the Steelers and you saying all this ignorant shit and calling yourself Mr. Big Chest, like, yeah, bro, trust me, I fuck with it. I understand it. I respect it. But there's a certain way you could go about things.
Word up.
And you're going about making bad business moves.
So my next
Because now people might see that and be like, oh, well, just because he's this cocky and he thinks of himself this much, we don't want to work with him.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with thinking of yourself like that and having confidence. But there's a difference between confidence and cockiness.
So is he a cancer?
Would he
What,
be
can
a
we call him
cancer?
a cancer yet?
Would
Can we
he
call him a cancer yet or no?
Yeah, when it comes to if he gonna have that kind of mindset, if he gonna have that kind of mindset about shit, yeah, he's a
So
cancer.
you ain't even got to see him walk into the situation. If he gonna walk in with that mindset,
If you
say
gonna
he
walk in
already
with the
a
mindset of I'm here for a big bag and y'all gotta play by my rules. Like fam, let's all
do he
be
get
real
picked
here.
up?
The most important position on the football team is the quarterback. Now, Ben Roethlisberger is a hoe ass nigga, and what he doing is wrong. And people don't never, because if this was a black quarterback, they would still be talking about his rape case. Nobody brings up Ben Roethlisberger hoe ass rape case. Nobody bring that up. Nobody ever talk about that. If it was a black quarterback saying some dumb shit like this about white men, they would. Who knows what he would be going through?
I think it
but I
just
know
got
niggas
settled.
would still be to this day talking about his rape case.
I think it just got settled as well.
So, this old.
I know.
This old. But nobody really talk about that. But hey, anyway,
Does he get picked up?
does AB get picked up?
Or you think he done? Because you say he could walk away. He said he ain't got to play another snap, my brother.
When you talk, see, bro, that's my point. Like talking like that, a team might be like, you know what? Nah, we good.
Mm-hmm.
Talent wise, there's a bunch of teams that can use them, but then there's a lot of teams that can't use.
I'm not a football fan, but I just hope AB got his business right talking.
Yeah, talking that like that.
I hope he invested in some. I mean,
heavy
I'm good.
stuff.
I mean, I'm happy for him that his house is paid off or whatever.
You hope he
But
just ain't talking.
yeah, but just make sure
But yeah,
your business right and your money is because when you got I don't know if he has a big family or not or whatever.
I mean, I think he got like 3 kids.
Yeah, once you start like spending money on that and that money get low.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Especially these days. So
Right.
you're right about that.
Yeah,
But-
bro. Yeah, Big Ben settled. He settled. So I mean, he could have still did it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But nobody talk about that.
That's crazy.
Nobody bring that
In
up.
2012, he settled. I'm reading it.
But nobody brings that up. But anyway,
That's
I
crazy.
think I spoke too soon on calling Tristan Thompson Player of the Year.
Nah,
why?
he player.
Why?
Because he got a fucking kiss. Get out of here.
No, I messed up. I thought he did.
Yeah, I thought he
got
touched
it.
something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I thought he got it. I thought he got it, man. Cause
I don't know. Y'all still be trying champion TT, bro.
I thought he
TT
got it, but
done.
I don't know. I
TT's
thought he
a
did, bro, but he
Kardashian.
She
didn't.
could be lying.
TT Kardashian.
Yeah,
She could.
She could be lying.
You never know.
She
She could be lying,
They all
but
could be lying.
the Player of the Year award was a little premature.
Yeah, it was too much. It was too much.
It was a little premature, man, because I thought I had to come back and retract that statement, because I don't. According to her, they just kissed. So
It was just a little peck.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So if
man.
if it's just a little peck, you know, you don't get Player of the Year. That now if he would have got it, and we all know she looked good.
Let them know.
If he would have got it, Player of the Year award is
She
correct.
looks amazing already,
go.
but she looked amazing in that interview, bro.
The
light was just
on the
hitting
red
right.
table talk.
Yes,
I ain't
bro.
I ain't watched it yet.
I need to watch Jada.
I need to go watch it. I need to
show live.
Yeah, I need to go watch it. I need to go watch her glow.
Shout out Jada.
The way that boy say
And Jordan.
that, the way they say that nigga, that light was just like reflecting.
Man, the production. I don't know if it was the production or the light, bro.
It's like,
Man
yeah.
said baby was glowing.
She was glowing.
Like a motherfucker. Looking succulent.
So one more sports figure. My ex guy Bron.
Oh, man.
He's showing them true diva colors as of late.
Hey, look, I'm a die. If you don't know, I'm finna say it right here. I'm a diehard Lakers fan.
It's fuck the Lakers,
And-
but shout out
hey,
Brian Condon.
Hey, keep all that negativity you're saying over there. Like look, like it's no fuck the Lakers.
Oh,
We
man.
bleed purple and gold here.
No,
and-
we don't bleed purple
Hey,
and
look,
gold here.
hey, look,
We
hey, look.
bleed purple and gold here.
H-Town nigga,
Football
Laker gang, facts. But
H-Town
anyway,
nigga, Houston Rocket blast pass. nigga.
look. What LeBron doing, like, bro, let's just keep it 100, y'all. LeBron acting like a child right now, bro.
Straight up, big baby Bron.
Like running, but did y'all see what he did against the Bucks the other night? When he walked off, it's 14 seconds left on the game clock. It's 14 seconds left on the game clock, and this motherfucker just walks off the court. Just walks off.
Dog.
Bro, what are you doing?
Dog,
Why are you acting, bro? This is how spoiled he is, man. Every team he didn't always had to have the best niggas, and now since he don't got the best niggas, this is what you get.
That's why
This is what you get.
Sometimes he has some fucked up situations. He deserved to have better niggas. He don't always ask for the best niggas.
Bro, he always asks for the best niggas.
After Miami,
Bro, no, in Miami he
bro, in Cleveland, he had shit. And he
Bro,
ain't
that's the
never
first time in
complained
Cleveland.
about it.
Bro, that's what he left. In Miami he complained.
after
In Miami he
after
complained.
eight,
He left.
See, this is what we start.
Cleveland the first time he complained,
start
then he
talking
left.
crazy about Bron.
Bro, he been complaining.
As of late, like I brought up,
He been
this nigga
complaining.
been whining, bro, and it don't look good on them youngsters, man. Like you say, them youngsters younger than us.
Like, bro, look.
That's fucking up their heads, dog. Like, you can't be doing that, bro.
When you playing with niggas who clearly which is we all are, they mentally fragile because they new to this situation, bro. You
Straight
can't.
up.
You gotta be a more consoling teammate. You can't be going to the media calling people out, bro.
Can't do that.
Like not like just
That's bad
after
leadership.
every game. After when we lose to the Bucks, 14 seconds left out the court, you just walk off. Then they say when they lost to the Suns, the nigga got on the first bus to the arena and left. They said they don't think LeBron ever done that in his career. Bro, what is you doing, fam? And all you Bron sexuals that hear this, no come on that bullshit, all that other shit. I'm not trying to hear none of that Bron gay shit. Like none of that
What
Bron
happened?
sexual shit. Cause
What happened?
all the LeBron fans, they gonna come and say, bro, you tripping, bro. Bron got the right to do this. He ain't got the right to do that. And Bron can act like that. These niggas trash. Now shut all that Bron bull
yeah,
sexual
you
shit up.
can't, yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to hit none of that shit, bro.
Sexual. This
Like
nigga
even
childish.
though LeBron is top 5, top 3 all time, we already know that he great. He a great man off the court.
for
He a
sure.
great man on the court. We all know what type of nigga he is, bro. But is he a bad teammate sometimes or a lot of the times? Yeah. Nobody wants to hear that, but yeah,
This nigga don't say a lot of the times. Now you trying to be biased.
bro, he's a bad teammate. Lately, he's been a bad teammate.
For sure, lately, yeah.
Like the
Terrible teammate.
last 2-3 years, he's been terrible. Why nobody want to play with him? Why none of the stars want to play with him?
I mean, Kyrie regretted it.
No, Kyrie didn't regret how he handled it. He ain't regret leaving.
Nah, he regretted it.
Why Paul George ain't want to come to L.A.?
I would have went with Russ.
Why KD said it's toxic?
Why would have went with Russ?
Why KD said it was toxic?
Them other
Why
superstars.
why is rumor Kawhi don't want to come to the Lakers?
Them other superstars.
Why is rumor Jimmy Butler said he don't want to come to the Lakers? Why all these niggas I'm naming don't want to play with this nigga?
That's enough.
Cuz, bro.
Why?
It's a lot.
Yeah,
It's a lot, bro.
it's a reason. That's all I'ma say. It's a reason.
I don't understand him. Fuck him.
And we finna miss the play. I can't believe. And then it's not. I'ma say this, bro. We finna miss the playoffs probably.
You think so?
I hope not. I hope not.
Y'all played in March yet?
We just played we either what's what's today? March 4th? Yeah, we played on the 2nd.
Y'all wanna?
We lost to the Suns, nigga.
Alright,
When he
damn.
was on the first bus to the first thing smoking out the arena, he was on that. First thing smoking.
Nigga childish.
First thing smoking, he was out that hole.
Damn,
man.
Brian.
Bron was out that hole. Bro, you can't be doing that shit, bro.
Okay, so hold on.
Come on, Bron.
Me, you, and Mel was in a group message, and I want to talk about something to segue into this topic. Bro, y'all do understand why he's considered a hip hop rap A&R. Like we know,
I'm
he
not
has no
trying to hear
musical
none of that
background,
shit.
but
Why?
y'all know his influence heavy. Let's not act like he's
No.
like the Magic Johnson of our generation. Yes.
Bro, I don't want to hear no shit about him being on A&R for no rap album.
Fam, he done big. You know how many songs and shit he done broke off of just him jamming in his shit? His influence heavy.
What's the definition of A&R really?
Apparently, LeBron.
Like,
Apparently.
LeBron James.
Clearly.
LeBron James.
Everybody-
I feel look up the
Everybody.
technical- I feel
You
find
know what?
technical.
That's why we ain't make the playoffs. He came to LA to do all this other shit. Space Jam 2.
definitely not going to see that.
Space Jam 2.
not going to see Space
Being
Jam
A&R.
2?
Not with LeBron?
Being A&R.
Wow.
He being A&R. That y'all
Why
do.
is there
Hey,
a
hold on.
Space
Talk
Jam
about. Y'all do know that game that he took off for load management? When he made that video with 2 Chainz, that was the night before.
Artist stands.
No, it's no. Look, wait. No. I want somebody. I want you to say. I want somebody to say something to that. I want you to say something to that.
Bro,
You and Mel gotta say something to that.
We knew that.
Why?
Bro, we knew
this
nigga
nigga
coming to
got
LA.
a low management
Bro,
game.
We knew this nigga coming to LA was about this shit.
He got a
Let's
low.
Stop it.
Bro got a
Look.
low management game.
Bro.
But because the night before he was A&Ring for 2 Chainz out.
A&R stands for artist and repertoire. This is wow, Google fucking this up. This is a division of a record label that is responsible for talent scouting and artistic and commercial development of the recording artist. It
That's
also
the old thing.
Yeah, that's old.
Social media is A&R now.
It's December 2018.
So, social media is A&R now. Social media is pretty much the A&R now.
So LeBron was just
Yes.
there.
He was just there so he could take the night off the next game.
Right.
For load management. Bro, who do you think you are?
Yeah. Niggas been doing deluxe packages and shit. That ain't nothing new, bro.
Like, bro, what?
Riggs, you
A
gonna listen to
you know
Brian?
what I'm saying? No. Fuck no. Riggs said no.
For what?
Y'all don't see Riggs, but he said no. The dread's shaking. He got dreads. They shaking like a motherfucker. No.
I'll
No.
listen.
Nobody's
Hey,
listening to that.
Y'all let me know if y'all listen. I know somebody out there with me that listen to the
Of
Brian
course.
album.
Y'all listen to Shaq.
I ain't listening to Shaq neither.
I ain't never heard Shaq Platinum. I heard a few
He said y'all
singles,
listen to Shaq.
but he did go platinum though. He was hot at the time.
Shaq was harder than Bron. Y'all jam Jules. Hey,
What was
y'all.
that? I ain't done. I was nice.
Hey, y'all, that boy
I heard he was
Jules.
nicer than Shaq.
Man,
That
I
boy
ain't jam Shaq Shazam.
Episode 3. It's how you like I
Trey.
always say, it don't get no better. Hey, and my nigga Lil G.
Signing out.
We got this hoe, man. Bet.